Hello everyone, and welcome to our virtual educational program. In this module, we will be discussing traveling with a disability. Traveling by plane is one of the safest and fastest ways to get to your destination. According to the Bureau of Transportation Statistics, 25.5 million Americans have a self-reported disability, which may limit their travel. Unfortunately, information on how to travel with a disability can be hard to find. While a disability can make some aspects of traveling more complicated, that doesn't mean that those with unique needs should not enjoy traveling. By understanding the rights of individuals with disabilities and by practicing proper procedures, travelers of all abilities can make the most out of the traveling experience. First, know your rights. The American Department of Justice outlines the rights of all citizens with disabilities, including those upheld by the Air Carrier Access Act. This act, which was passed by Congress in 1973, is a set of laws that prohibits the discriminations of individuals with disabilities by both domestic and foreign air carriers. Under the Air Carrier Act is the Airplane Passengers with Disabilities Bill of Rights, which describes 10 principal rights, and they are as follows. The right to be treated with dignity and respect, the right to receive information about services and aircraft capabilities and limitations, the right to receive information in an accessible format, the right to accessible airport facilities, the right to assistance at airports, the right to assistance on the aircraft, the right to travel with an assistive device or service animal, the right to receive seating accommodations, the right to accessible aircraft features, and the right to resolution of a disability-related issue. Let's talk through some of these rights in a bit more detail. The right to be treated with dignity and respect, which prohibits discrimination of a person with a disability by airline employees or contractors. Such discrimination can include refusal of transportation, requirements to accept special services, and subjection to restrictions. Additionally, airline employees must also be trained to be aware of the individual's needs and how to accommodate such needs safely and with dignity. The right to receive information includes the rights of passengers to request accessible information about the following: any limitations on the ability to accommodate passengers with a disability, such as limitations on level entry boarding, any restrictions on the availability of storage on the aircraft. For assistive devices, the specific location of seats with movable aisle armrests, whether the plane has an accessible lavatory, and services that are not available on the flight. The right to assistance at the airport and on the aircraft. In addition to assisting with enplaning and deplaning, air carriers must also assist transportation from the curb to the departing flight, between gates and during connections, and from the arrival to the curb for pickup. Travelers should also expect assistance on board the airplane, such as assistance in moving to and from seats, assistance in moving to and from the lavatory, and assistance in loading and retrieving carry-on items. Individuals with disabilities who are receiving assistance cannot be left unattended in any kind of transportation device, such as a wheelchair, for more than 30 minutes. Air carriers are also responsible for the proper handling of the transportation equipment, which includes any device that can fit in the wheelchair storage closet of the cabin or the cargo compartment. Additionally, if any equipment is damaged by the airline, total liability, regardless of cost, is placed on the carrier. The right to travel with an assistive device. Assistive devices and medical equipment must be allowed as carry-ons in the cabin. Such devices cannot count against the passenger's carry-on limit. Additionally, if an assistive device cannot fit in the cabin, the airline must provide for the checking of the device in the cargo compartment and the timely arrival of the device upon arrival. Now that we discussed the rights that protect travelers with a disability, let's go through some steps that you can take as you plan for your trip. First, make an appointment with your healthcare provider or with a travel health specialist at least 1 month before you leave. They can help you get destination-specific vaccines, medicines, and information. Second, get travel insurance or find out if your health insurance covers medical care abroad. In the event of a medical emergency, travelers are usually responsible for paying hospital and other medical expenses out of pocket at most destinations. As such, make sure you have a plan to get care overseas. Enroll with the Department of State's Smart Traveler Enrollment Program. Enrolling in this program will enable you to check for any travel advisories and will ensure that the U.S. Department of State knows where you are if you have serious legal, medical, or financial difficulties while traveling. Prepare a travel health kit, including items you may need, especially those items that may be difficult to find at your destination. Carry your medical alert information and a letter from your healthcare professional describing any medical conditions, medications, and potential complications. And lastly, research the availability of wheelchairs and other medical equipment. Consider renting a wheelchair or other medical equipment at your destination. Websites such as the Mobility International USA and the European Network for Accessible Tourism provide information on overseas medical equipment providers. For a detailed description on how major U.S. airlines provide for travelers with a disability, check our website for a link to the ultimate guide to air travel with a disability. Thank you for your attention during this presentation. We hope the information provided was helpful to you.